And y'all, I was gonna come back live because I forgot a thing. And, I meant to just make it into a clip or short, whatever the hell, the other night, but then I was like, meh. But anyway, it's a Ziggy piece of bullshit. I guess she was trying to help run the circuit the other night with, the Candace Nana cow bullshit and the prayer garden shit and the war shit, right? Because out of all these years, yeah, I mean, it's Ziggy, okay? Um, but out of all the things she wants to make sure of, she gets her stupid ass in the background comment section here. And mine look like. And dear Ziggy, I'm like you tragedy pit bitches. I don't often check that goddamn area. I know because y'all function that way. You assume everybody else does, but so I got your fucking comment. But out of all the things over all the years, you you want to make sure that that night is. Man, I don't even think I've become aware that the Nana thing was thing. I don't know. All I know is that it's weird your timing on that, right? When you did it. I think it took me to like next day or something, instead of hours on it. And I knew it hadn't been there because I keep daily, recording to certain shit. I knew it hadn't been there. Either way, the timing on it smelled funky. And it looks like you did that before anything even lit off that night over here. Or at least as it was occurring. I assume you left that comment, cause you can't afford a May or anything anymore. Or something. I don't know. So you decided to come do it yourself. That just reeks, girl. Out of all the years, that's what you want. Yell over like, I wasn't with Nana. And you leave that comment on that particular night out of the bazillion times anything's been said. And only as things are lighting off in their circle jerk movement, that reeks, Ziggy. That reeks like when you, like everything else you do. Okay? And you're always, like, guilty as fuck of the shit. Like, it reeks the same way. You're like, oh gosh, there's just copy and paste to slay. Yeah, it's just somebody contacted me. Oh my gosh, suddenly Deborah's contacted me and Andrew's you, and oh gosh, that's the one that I contacted him on. Oh no. And oh wait, here's a Green Eyes, and he's targeting me too, Jody Sue. It's Griff, I swear it. Ziggy, you got a way about you, girl, and you stink. And every time you do certain weird fuck shit, I gotta tell you, cause some of us know at this point. Like, if your dumbass comes out with, that Slay copy and paste was pretty goddamn obvious, quite frankly, considering then they had to do it through Messenger and it had your shit, That was pretty much the stupidest move on earth. Other than that BKTM busting themselves out with Slay and spamming access to the Facebook, of course. But, and then the manufacturing more fake fed shit from others. But either way, your Green Eyes shit, right? You're and PG's and everybody else's and BK, whoever Green Eyes there, yeah. whatever. But you try to make people, along with what big guys believe it was grift and sort of, yeah, and that you were victims of it. Bullshit, homie. Bullshit. Continue being fucked with. Like, you know, it always generally means you are absolutely in on or around, and you're like a 3-year-old. You know, you tell on yourself that way. It's one of your tells. Every time you're like, oh no, look, green nose over me. Oh no, this person I've got up to fuck shit around Jody Sue suddenly messaged me. Who's this crazy in the email? And oh my gosh, it's only right after they reach out and contact my, oh my, you know, and then the slay copy and paste. Ziggy, you got ways about you. This shit you did the other night feels like this lure in, this pull in, this trigger baiting shit, right? To get certain people to take notice and then to probably react to certain shit going on, like y'all had going on the other night. Or your buddies did, right? But out of all the years, you just suddenly the other night decide to have feels and comments about Nana. As all that shit lights off, and I'm assuming, considering timing of things, you were left to do your own dirty work or something. Right? No memes or something in the background? I just don't know. But I gotta tell you, I didn't know about it until well after. Shows me you're part of that circuit then, of course. I'm gonna need you to stay out of my comments section over. Get the fuck on down the road with your stupid shit. And it makes no sense out of all the years. Now you're suddenly concerned. And bitch, I do not want to hear one fucking word out of your mouth to anyone else. Or you daring to come into my comments anywhere on anything. Ever. And trying to be like, but I wasn't necessarily like you want to correct something. Or like I'm gonna buy it anyway. Do you know the mass amount of lies and bullshit you've put out around me, my children, Andy, everybody else, in around Beach Creek, Hawkins, Kingsport, Sullivan, Johnson City, you name it? Do you know the amount of lie? You know what? That's a stupid question. You're absolutely aware of the lies you and Fred pump out. Man, if I had to, you know, or the wrong shit your dumb mouth pumps out on top of that, I'd be spending 24 hours a day calling each one out. So, I don't give a shit what you feel like about anything I say, really, honestly. It doesn't even hold a candle or a flame if I'm wrong about certain things just there, but I tell you I'm not. In comparison, the fuck shit you've pulled on everybody and everyone, and on purpose with intention, knowing you were lying, knowing you still whole last line, but it reeks, Ziggy. It reeks that out of all the years, that's what you choose on that night of all nights. It reeks. You stink again, Ziggy. Now the question is, what giant ass role are you playing in this? Like always. What role are you playing in and around the Nana, Candace, Cher? Well, we know with you and Cher and the fucking evil and the setup of Andy and all this other shit. We know what the fuck you three are up to in Prayer Garden. Y'all fucking with Andy again. And he's dumb enough to fall for it, playing it, think it'll be alright. We know what you're doing, Fred. Question is, what are you doing with the group in the Hive? Why were you leaving that out of all the years in my comment section that night of all nights? I'm gonna tell you why. Because you're fuckery. And you're trying to, or hoping that night that I would see that and pull in's my guess. I don't know. That's definitely not what it appears, Ziggy, and I wasn't born yesterday. But anyway, this ain't even for you, Ziggy. It's really so everybody holds that little missing piece where it concerns your background shenanigans in it the other night. And maybe some will recognize that you commenting about Nana in my comments section out of all the years doesn't make sense. Therefore, you're playing a role in whatever rotation is happening with team sports and trying to get people maybe lured into or baited into, reacting to, distracted by. I don't know, which implies you're, well, sitting where you always been. Whether people believe it or not. Always up to fuck shit. Oh dear, I just passed 11:11, Ziggy. It must be a sign. I was hoping not to spend 30 seconds on this. Anyway, yeah. You do use Ziggy, stay the fuck out of my comments. And don't ever try to, come and be like, but I need you to understand or explain this, or or here's something I need you to correct, or don't ever, after what all you've done to everybody on purpose with intention, knowing you and Fred are lying your asses off, and you and all your fake shit from you and Griffin, Doug, rock, paper, scissors over those fucking bullshit DCS things, and your green eyes fuckery, and your fake Fed fuckery, and your fucking Andy versus Fred bullshit, and you're all scripting your way into some sort of something, and who the hell knows what. You know what? You just missed me. Don't come over again, and go hire May back. She sucked, but you suck even worse, and your tails are many. So anyway, this is mostly for those who will understand what it means, when after all these years, Ziggy wants to clarify shit where it concerns Nana. The night of the sudden war and bullshit around Nana, Candace, privated lives, prayer garden, cow, all the things, a solo cup-esque type ending and Critter on the block with the cow, and yeah, I mean, come on. So anyway, y'all have that little piece now. We all know Ziggy was up to some fuck shit back here. Probably trying to pull me into the rim. My notifications stay out for this shithole, right? Y'all aware of that? I ain't on the goddamn phones at 40 minute golf here. I ain't watching on yet, doing all that. I have a life outside here. And I know y'all do the things and all the bells and stuff. Y'all goofy. Okay, but anyways, there you go, guys. There's a missing piece of whatever fuckery they were up to there tonight. Ziggy was damn sure part of it and trying to get others to bait it in to react to it or pay attention to it, distract. I don't know. Y'all figure it out. Maybe the team back there can figure it out. Maybe somebody needs that piece and can understand why Ziggy commenting on that and this area in my background and what it means, where it fits. I don't really give a shit. I'm just gonna assume, like always, it's an attempted bait job. And I gotta tell you, Ziggy, it's terrible because, like I said, I didn't even notice till well after I'd done my life. So, I don't know. Like I said, hire May back. At least she threatens with cuffs and a good time. Fuck out of here, Ziggy.